You've probably seen the argument playing out online for years now. One side says gold is a relic, a shiny rock that belongs in a museum. The other side says Bitcoin is Beanie Babies with better marketing. Well, today we're cutting through all of it, the real pros, the real cons, the actual numbers, so you can decide for yourself which one you trust with your future. And there's a full breakdown article from Goldco linked in the description below that goes even deeper on everything we're going to cover today. Let's start by agreeing on what we're actually asking. When people compare precious metals to crypto as a safe haven asset, the question is specific. When things get really bad, markets face downturns, inflation spikes, the economy gets shaky, which one holds up and helps protect what you've built? Now that's the question. Let's start with gold. The case for gold. Gold has been a trusted safe haven asset for centuries. Through wars, depressions, the fall of empires. That's not marketing copy, that's just history. Now here's a number worth sitting down with. During the 2008 financial crisis, gold rose 25%. During the same period, stock markets fell more than 50%. And in the aftermath, gold nearly tripled from its 2008 lows to its 2011 highs, while markets were still struggling to recover. That's what a real safe haven asset looks like. Now, 4 things make gold worth understanding. It's tangible. Gold is real. It doesn't require a password, a server, or a functioning internet connection to exist. In a world where your bank account, your brokerage, and your retirement savings all live on a screen somewhere, there's something grounding about owning something physical. It's like the difference between owning a car and owning a car payment. One of those you can actually drive somewhere when things go sideways. It's universally recognized. Gold is valued in every country on earth. India and China are the world's largest consumers. Central banks from the US to Russia to Switzerland hold it as a core reserve asset. It's highly liquid. Gold markets operate around the world, around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can sell it to dealers, coin shops, international markets. No broker, no exchange login, no waiting for Monday morning. Now, fair warning though, that liquidity is a double-edged sword. During 2008, gold dropped about 30% temporarily as panicked holders sold their most liquid assets first. It recovered and went on to set record highs, but worth knowing. Its long-term track record holds up. Gold has gained about 9% per year since 1971. The S&P 500 has returned about 8% over that same period. The Dow about 7.5%. Gold, the so-called boring asset, has outpaced the stock markets for 5 decades. I'll take boring and winning over exciting and unpredictable pretty much every time. Now, before we get into crypto, quick pause. If you want to go deeper on how physical gold and silver have historically performed during market cycles, in plain English, no jargon, Goldco has put together a free gold and silver kit for exactly that. No obligation, no pressure. Click the link below or call the number on your screen to grab your free copy. Now let's talk about the other side of this, the case for crypto. And I'll be honest, crypto has done some genuinely remarkable things, and to give you a fair comparison, we have to acknowledge that. Bitcoin has risen about 16,000% over the past 10 years. Ethereum nearly 24,000%, XRP 13,500%. Even gold's strong 383% gain over the same period looks modest by comparison. If you got in when Bitcoin was worth fractions of a penny and held on, you made out like a bandit, and that's just the truth. The practical case is real as well. Crypto is easy to store, lives on a digital wallet you can carry anywhere, and can be moved to the other side of the world in seconds. Major coins trade on global exchanges with high liquidity, even on futures markets at places like the CME. That's a far cry from the early days when crypto felt like something only tech guys in hoodies cared about. Hey, I'm not here to dismiss it. For people who got in early, it's been life-changing. My point isn't to wave it away, it's to be honest about whether it does the specific job of helping to protect your savings when things go wrong. And that's where the story gets more complicated. The problems with crypto as a safe haven. Problem 1, the volatility is not a feature, it's a risk. Bitcoin prices are 3 times more volatile than gold. That sounds exciting on the way up, but it's a lot less fun when Bitcoin hits an all-time high of over 126,000 and then drops 47%, which is exactly what happened in 2025 and 2026. And this isn't new. The history of Bitcoin is one of explosive gains followed by brutal crashes over and over. Remember Litecoin, once called digital silver to Bitcoin's digital gold, now trades at a fraction of its all-time high. Today's can't lose coin is tomorrow's lesson. Problem 2, it still operates in a legal gray zone. In China, Bitcoin mining and use are banned altogether. In the US, the SEC and CFTC only recently began clarifying how crypto assets are classified. The current administration is crypto-friendly, but administrations change, and if governments move to suppress crypto, the trillions currently in the market could be at serious risk. Problem 3, lose access and it's gone. Bitcoin has no chargeback option. If your wallet gets hacked or you lose your private keys, your crypto is almost certainly gone forever. Cryptocurrency hacks happen regularly and are well documented. Compare that to gold stored in a bullion depository behind multiple layers of security. I'm not aware of a successful heist from any one of those. And gold doesn't go dark during a power outage. The entire crypto ecosystem needs electricity to function. Your gold bar does not. The head-to-head, let's put them side by side on the 4 things that actually matter when you're choosing a safe haven asset. Volatility. Gold moves within a range most people can manage. It has bad years, but it doesn't drop 47% and call that a correction. Crypto is 3 times more volatile than gold and has demonstrated it can lose nearly half its value in under a year. If your retirement savings did that, you wouldn't call that a feature. Use case, gold has real-world industrial, electronic, and monetary applications that create genuine, ongoing demand independent of sentiment. Governments hold it, chip manufacturers need it, jewelers use it. Crypto is a digital token, useful for certain transactions, yes, but at its core, its value depends entirely on people continuing to agree that it's worth something. Now that's a meaningful difference. Security. Gold stored in a bullion depository requires someone to physically break in. And when's the last time you ever heard of that happening? Crypto in an internet-connected wallet can be targeted by anyone with a laptop and bad intentions anywhere in the world. And unlike a fraudulent credit card charge, there's no getting it back, no chargeback, no appeals process. Crisis performance. This is the big one. Gold gained 25% during the worst of the 2008 financial crisis and grew at over 30% annually through the stagflation of the 1970s. Those are real stress tests with real data. Crypto didn't exist during 2008. Bitcoin launched at the end of that year. It has never been tested through a full financial crisis. We simply don't know how it will behave when the world is actually on fire. The bottom line, if you want to speculate, if you're putting money in that you can afford to lose on something that might explode in value, crypto has proven it can do that. And some people have made life-changing money. That's real, and I won't pretend otherwise. But if you want a safe haven, something to help you protect what you've already built, something that holds its ground when everything else is basically falling apart, well, gold has done that job for thousands of years. Crypto has been around for less than 20. Gold has survived the fall of Rome, 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and every financial crisis in living memory. That track record means something. Will we look back at certain cryptocurrencies the way we look at the Dutch tulip craze of the 1630s or the Beanie Baby bubble of the 1990s? Well, nobody can say for certain, but gold has outlasted both of those, plus a few empires. I like those odds. The full article breaking all of this down in detail with sources, numbers, and the complete comparison is linked in the description below. Worth a read before you make any decisions. And hey, if you're ready to take the next step, thousands of Americans have already trusted Goldco to help protect their savings with physical gold and silver in a tax-advantaged retirement account. Goldco has placed over $3 billion in precious metals on behalf of its customers, and right now, for those who qualify, Goldco is offering an instant match of up to 10% in bonus silver or gold on qualifying orders. No obligation, no pressure. Click the link below or call the number on your screen, because in a world full of financial noise, clarity is worth something.